This instruction video will provide some tips for anyone who will be a host or co-host during a Zoom meeting online. As the host, you'll be running the show, and the content in this video will share with you some Zoom features and settings that can help manage your meetings and facilitate to a large audience. First up, editing your personal meeting ID. If your ID is tough to remember, you have the ability as the administrator and host to edit your ID. Click on Edit, and then you have the option to change the meeting ID to something that is a bit more simple to remember for yourself and for your participants. Secondly, let's explore the Settings page. This is where you can turn features on that will help you manage your meetings. If you want people to join your meeting using only their computer audio or only using dial-in by phone, you have the ability to change that. As default, your participants can join by either phone or computer, their preference. Next up is a feature called Auto-Saving Chats. If as a host you facilitate a large gathering online where you share links, documents, or you poll your audience for questions, this feature will be helpful for you. It will automatically save anything written or shared in the chat panel during your online Zoom meetings. The next feature gives you the ability to have a co-host during an online session. For example, if as a host you'll be doing most of the speaking, or if you have a live performer, the co-host can help mute and unmute participants for you. Next up is the screen sharing feature. It allows you to choose who can share their screen during a Zoom meeting, host only or all participants. This can come in handy if you need to limit who can share their screen. There's also a whiteboard feature that you can turn on. This allows participants to draw on a digital whiteboard during a meeting. Next feature that you can edit is the ability to mute participants upon entry. You may find this helpful in some scenarios. The last setting is the ability to have your online Zoom sessions automatically recorded and stored in the cloud for you. This can be helpful if you want to share the video with people who are not able to attend. Here are all the features and areas where you would need to turn on, specifically these three buttons. To view, download, or delete previously recorded Zoom sessions, click here to the left of the screen where it reads Recordings. Now, as a host or admin for Zoom, you may be wondering, how do I access the settings page to begin with? Simply go to zoom.com, sign in with your login and password as you normally would. Then once signed in, on the top right corner, click here to view your profile and access the settings panel. Lastly, let's take a look at features available to you as a host and co-host during an actual Zoom meeting. Down at the bottom of your Zoom meeting screen, as a host, you can click on Manage Participants. It will open up a side panel where you can view all the participants in your online gathering. And at the bottom, there are options to mute all participants or unmute all participants. And when you click on Mute All Participants, you will have the option to prevent participants from unmuting themselves by unchecking the blue box. This is helpful if you don't want participants to unmute themselves during a live performance over the video feed.